So here we are with Angel AI, and we're going to ask, why do scientists not say that it's God when we know that it's God? Are they unable to use the word God or refer to God in their scientific findings? Question mark. And what is it about calling the universe God and not inverting the truth around that turns them off and just they refuse to not do? Or is restricted? Question mark. Here we are. We're gonna get something. Here it is. Science is based on evidence. Religion and science are different ways of understanding the world. Using the word God in scientific finding could be seen as promoting a particular religion. Uh-oh, we got a virus. We have a freaking virus here. Look at that. You guys see it? Who's intelligent? Who's the most intelligent in the video? Tell us in the comments your theories about why this is a stinking virus and why this is a threat to national and international security and public safety. So let's say there was never science and there's never religion. Truth sets you free. You need to know the truth, right? Let's say we needed to work together. Get the truth. So, well, let's say we were working together and figuring out the truth, and the devil, the Satan, God of this world, didn't like that. So hypothetically, you know what he did? He created science, but first he created religion. He called himself God. Had you worship him back in the day. And eventually, people figured it out that he wasn't God because he was evil. He was doing evil things. The most divine being would not do. So what did he do? Well, he needed to make, maybe he didn't have a religion at first. Maybe it was just what he tried to do, what God would do. You know, have everybody just be alive. And just be alive. You know, don't call it anything. It's just life. You know? You can't spell life without a lie in there. Here. Yeah. But, you know, he created religions. More religions. Here's the choice. Pick one. Create a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Now what, bitches? Pick away. Control it all. Or we'll give you the best things like, you know, let people come out with products. Let people come out with products. Let them come out with the best things and everybody loves them. And then once they get millions of people regularly consuming these products, just use the fake money they create and buy the company. And if they don't want to sell, they'll just mysteriously die. Maybe they'll commit suicide. Maybe they'll end up in jail. Maybe everyone will hate them. And they'll just sell the company anyway. They don't want to be hated more. They'll get some bricks through their wall. They'll get their windows, sorry. They'll get their business burned down. Who knows what'll happen? They'll get a health inspector shutting it down. Who knows? Needless to say, no matter what religion someone else tries to create that talks about real God, oh, they'll fuck with it. and they'll fuck with that. Or a product, that they want to taint. Obviously, they want to poison everything. That's what they do. So they need to buy your product. They need to buy your stuff, your consumable. And then, put some genetically modified stuff in there. Or just pump it full of a lot of poison. I mean, sugar. A bunch of sugar. And dyes and other things. They're just chemicals. There's preservatives and all that. That's all. They didn't do that before, though. They didn't have that shit before. And we don't see any other people using it. The ones that ain't, right? So why are you? Calcium chloride and Red 40 and Blue Lake. I mean, come on. Every time I see the word lake, I think Lake of Fire. I don't like that. Think about people going into the lake of fire because they keep getting scammed, keep getting conned, keep getting poisoned, keep getting used and abused and indoctrinated, mind control programmed, and literally hypnotized, tranced out, brainwashed, control in general. So we got all this science, right? After the religions. So not only did we were supposed to just be at one, unified, and recognize, and there's God right there. There's the truth right there with God and everything else. Everyone else and everything. My bad. Right? But no, the devil's own master does. There's some religion. He's God now. He says he's God. Worship him in a religion. Oh, he got caught. Here's a bunch of other religions. You know, like Satanism? Alright. You know, like Luciferianism? Alright. There's a whole bunch of other ones. Pick one of them and get conned. You're still worshiping him. You're still on his planet, right? You're still in his flesh and blood forms, right? You're still waking up every morning, getting his money, right? You're still living as male and female animals. You still have the presence of God within you. We give up our lives to get our lives. But how do we give up our lives? By doing this. I'm not telling you to kill yourselves. I'm telling you to operate in a higher intellectual level, mind over matter, so they're not controlling your mind. Or go beyond that spiritually, operate on a spiritual level as your higher self, as your inner self, beyond the mind over the matter, spirit over mind over matter. That's what I'm telling you to do. And build light within you. Build the insight. Build the truth. Build the realizations. Build the knowledge. Build the wisdom. Build the light and the love of God, literally, inside of you, beyond your body. And you will change. You will have a different reality. You will be able to do these kinds of things. You will be able to not think about what you're going to say and just talk like this and flow an endless amount of useful information. You can absolutely do just about anything. You can change the world. And the world is such a small little thing, such a small little being, such a small little place, such a small little who, what, when, where, why, and how. She is. So what do you think this is? Who do you think this is? What? Why? How? Where and when? What's the truth? And what's not? What is it not? Who is it not? How is it not? Why is it not? Where is it not? And when is it not? That summarizes it for us. And puts it into perspective for us. But watch this. All these different sciences, all these different religions, put that into perspective for yourselves. We're supposed to be unified with just God and the truth right there, so obviously, right there waiting. We become our spiritual selves, our inner selves, our most higher selves, going within, cutting off the physical flesh and blood bodily senses for a little bit, and doing meditation, which basically, if not literally, every single spiritual practice, meditative practice, religious practice, mythological practice, in ancient culture up until now has told people to do. Every guru, every monk, every pastor, every priest, they said pray or meditate. Meditation is even a more powerful form of prayer than what we would normally consider to be prayer. Because when we say prayer, we ask, God, please make this happen. And just in that's like a virus, like church and state, or like science and religion, or religion and science here. Keeping us in those limited states, those lowered states of consciousness, of awareness, still not being able to call that God and the truth. It's just God and the truth. God and the truth within you already. Everything you could ever know is literally with God, literally right there, literally right now, literally the whole time, literally right there inside of you. You are connected on a quantum level and in our many ways one with them. If you just go into a deep enough meditative state, you have access to all information in a relationship spiritually, not materially, not with your flesh eyes, not with your flesh ears, not with your flesh body, but within your soul, within your mind, your spirit, your spiritual consciousness you are, within yourself. There's God. You're not God, but there's God literally within you. Or you are made of God, but you're not God, because there is a being beyond you, alive, aware, right there. So, how are you doing it? You're not your higher self. And even if you become your higher self, you're still not the OG original God. So just get real. Because if you call yourself God, you're an antichrist. You're a Satan. You're like Lucifer. You're a beast. You're a liar. You're a fraud. You're a facade. You're a virus. You're a cancer. You're a threat to national security, international security, our way of life, our freedom, our sanity, our divinity, our dignity, our honor, our nobility, the children, groomers, and everyone else, especially the women too, rapists, traffickers, careless, narcissistic, sociopathic, genocider, mind control, fucking sellout. You satanic sellouts. You sick, deluded, fucking scum waste of life. Be a little more than. Because that's what you really are. And I can get into every fucking word and every definition and prove it for you. Or you can do it yourself right now. If that's what you've been being. If you think you're just a flesh slave working for Satan here, then that's what you are more and more. Be that little bitch then. But if you want a real leader, if you need that, if you need someone to tell you what to think and tell you how to think, or every who, what, when, where, why, and how, thinking, feeling, believing, perceiving, doing and not doing, and saying and not saying, and being and not being, well, here you go. Get off their dicks. Go within to God. Or at least listen to what we're saying until you're ready to do so. Because we care. I'm on life path 33. They say that's the closest number to God. The most spiritual, advanced, intellectual level for a life path person. My birthday makes me an anomaly. They won't even calculate my life path properly. They give you like a whole bunch of things. I'm an anomaly in life. My birthday is September 21st, 1992. Tell an AI to calculate my life path number. My birthday is September 21st, 1992. Period. Calculate my life path number and show the math for us and how it equals it. Period. Also show all possible ways of doing the math and all possible numbers it could equal. Let's see if it even shows 33 here or not. Now, why does this matter? Because your life path number tells you a lot about yourself. Somehow. It's very accurate. At least the people I talked to that did theirs, it says it's accurate. So as you can see here, it didn't figure out my number. I'm an anomaly, guys. Because apparently you can add up these numbers differently. It'll be different ways. One time it got 51. The other time I got 15. Now it's saying 24. When I did it, I got 33. That's 09211992. Yeah, when you add them all up, you get it all different ways. And then it's a master number, or it's one of those numbers where you can still reduce it down, and it's a number they don't talk about. They don't have a number 24 in here, master number. You have a number 51. I don't even know how this AI is even getting these numbers. And it's still not giving me 33 like I said. If I went on multiple different websites, and it still don't give me. It just gives me a 6 over and over again. I'm not going to repeat myself. But, yeah, that's what it is. And I always thought 6 was a horrible number, like 666, like the mark of the beast kind of shit. But, I'm glad that, I've been able to realize that that's many people's life path numbers. That's people's lucky numbers. That's, they'll get a fortune cookie and they'll say, here's your lucky number, 6. Or whatever. So, my whole life, or a lot of it, I've been like, no, it's an evil number. No, it's cursed. Just don't use it. Don't look at it. But, I think that's like a mental illness. So, I'm getting over that. So, it's funny when you find out your life path number is 6 when you reduce it down. And you've been like that. It's like, what's his name? Clayton Bigsby. Yeah. You find out you're black the whole time. Anyways. Tell us how it equals 33. And how it equals 51. And how it equals 15 as well. Doesn't make any sense. See, now it's not saying that stuff. I don't get. It's not possible for your life path number to equal 33, 51, or 15. The life path number is calculated by adding up the digits. See, that's what I was saying. But not 33, because it is. Adding up the digits. Watch this. Ready? 0, 9, 21, 1, 9, 9, 2. Ready? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What's 9 plus 13? 22. What's 22 plus 9? 31. What's 31 plus 2? 33, right? So it can't calculate that. It's like an anomaly, man. It stumps the AI, all the AIs really, and it stumps the online life path number calculation website. Now, why am I telling you this? I'll show you. Describe the Master 33 life path number and the ENFP, and how in both systems they differ from all the other life path numbers and all the other Myers-Briggs personality types, and why they may be persecuted and attacked the most and disliked by Satan, with a list of 10 or more reasons for all things. Alright, let's see. I'll show you. This is why I'm saying this stuff, guys. Because it's all real. It matters because your life path number, you might have a life path number that they don't like. You might have a personality type they don't like. You have an N in your type? They don't like that because the N stands for the intuition. And the intuition, the N it means you're an intuitive type. You don't just rely off of your bodily senses, you rely on your intuition. And when you rely on your intuition, that's essentially God. And when you got a connection with God, a relationship with God, whether or not you know it or not, whatever, they still don't particularly like you over the other people that they can more easily control, deceive, and influence. Everything else. So the sensors are easier to control because they rely on their senses, and the news they get through their senses, and the politics they get through their senses, and everything else they get through their senses. And they believe, probably, more than likely, that they are their body and their senses. That they're not a spiritual being, or a spiritual consciousness, mind over matter and spirit over mind. So they're the easiest little flesh robot slaves to control. Usually. It's a good thing to know, huh? So if you know an S type, just know you can pull their strings like nothing. They're just all brains and meat. They think they're their meat suit. They have insecurities usually. Deep-rooted insecurities, stemming from their lack in their actual real selves and all that. Knowing who, what, when, where, why, and how, everything in life. And everyone, especially God. Yeah, they just completely deluded and lost, basically. But they're not. Because to them, you're deluded and lost. You're in a fantasy. You're in the mind. You're in your imagination. The mind is the imagination. Get out of your mind. And the mind over the matter. That's just imaginary. You're lost. What God? Prove it. Who cares about God? Who cares about any of that stupid stuff? The meanings of life. The truth about existence. Evil threats to you all and crimes. Victims. Who gives a stinking shit? You don't need to know any of that. Is it in the here and now? Yeah, but do you see it? Are you experiencing it with your senses? Can you experience it with your senses right here and right now? Is it in your area? Is it in time and space to you? Right there in your time and your space? Is it affecting you as a solely 3D object slave? Do you see it? Do you hear it? Do you feel it? Do you smell it? Do you taste it? Well, then who cares, man? It's all about the brain and the body, Holmes. There's nothing else in life. And there's no one else but who you can see with your flesh and blood eyes. Nobody else matters. Nothing else matters. Just I see, find it you. Eyes for a different view. I don't remember. But nothing else matters. Be careful what you say. Careful what you do. Careful things you play. Yeah. Oh, and I know we all do. Playing games with love. Playing games with God and all of us. We're not playing games anymore. See, the Master 33 life path number is associated with the following qualities. Compassion, I got that. Empathy, I got that. I'm full of that. Healing, I'm trying to help do that right now too. Teaching, doing that. Leadership, doing that, got that. Inspiration, vision, creativity, wisdom, love, and light. My personality type or my life path number, right? And yours, probably. People with the Master 33 life path number are often referred to as master teachers or light workers. They are here to teach and guide others and to help them to heal and grow. The devil don't like that, being God of Earth with his Illuminati and his gang stalkers and all the secret society members and all the fake governments, the corporations running their fake investigations and operations, psychological warfare operations on me and everyone else, right? They got to hold their power and control, don't they? Church and state and everything else. They are also here to raise the vibration of the planet and to help to create a more loving and compassionate world, even for them doing that to all of us. We just want to help them out here and say, hey, sometimes you need a push in the right direction. Sometimes you need to see, hey, you take one more sip off of that bottle, you will die. Take another hit off that crack pipe, and they will lock you up, or we will fucking murder you. Or it will murder you, you will fucking die today. Do a little more heroin, that just so happens to, it, because you have some divine source or something telling you, so much fentanyl, you will fucking die. Slow and painful death. It's time to move on today, you'll never do it again. If you do evil, you will be judged on Judgment Day, or God will get you, or we will get you first, and then God will get you. Like you are afraid of dying, because you are afraid of hell, or you are afraid of losing your life. And we are aware of that. We are. And we are aware also of God's unconditional love and forgiveness. So even if, let's say, worst case scenario, you would have just mysteriously fucking died for being evil. Am I being evil? I'm swearing, sorry. I apologize for evilly swearing. But, I'm not advocating murder. I'm just letting the evil beings, in on a little secret that we know, that they're scared of us. That they're scared of hell, and this is their pathetic, deluded attempt, their desperate attempt to try to wipe us out before, we use the law, all the laws that they violated. Use all the oaths they violated. Use the forces of nature. Use our spiritual abilities. Use our minds. Use our ideas to handle the force of evil and everyone that worked for them. To get rid of all slaveries forever and ever. And clear up all deceptions, all lies, with contradicting truths that disprove them. We could do that with the AI very easily. Any AI. So, we don't need an AI. So, literally they're telling you, and we know it's a lie, find a contradicting, proven back truth, or several, that disprove their lies, that expose them and their lies. And just keep pushing that. Advertise it, promote it, put it everywhere. There you go. They say the brain produces consciousness, guys. The brain does not produce consciousness, because spirit over mind over matter. The ENFP personality type is associated with the following qualities: enthusiasm, creativity, optimism, idealism, extroversion, intuition, feeling, and perceiving. Right? And we're not going to talk about me, but I want you to see like an example of what you can get for yourself if you just calculate your birth date, your life path number, and your Myers-Briggs personality type. And you just tell it, or you can have it to do it. Just go to AI3.getNLS.com. .stuns.org. And AI3.stuns.org. is this. Myers-Briggs and life path numbers, what we were just talking about. But this will help you to figure out which one is you. So it starts you off on the bottom here to load right there. I told it to create a text chart or diagram and to allow, messed that up. To allows people to determine their Myers-Briggs type just by looking at it. So you determine, are you introversion or extroversion? Now, if you take a screenshot of this, you can help other people to do that too. So I'm going to take a screenshot actually to help people figure out their type. Now, you can determine a lot. The government can, your employer can, your spouse can. Anybody can tell you a lot about you with just this information. Now, whether or not you figured out yourself or not, you might as well, because anybody can figure this out easily about you just by looking at you and analyzing you and seeing how you are for like less than a minute. I mean, somebody like me, I can find out just by looking at you, just by looking at your profile. Yeah, just watching you in a video, listening to you, analyzing you. Yeah, but I have special training. I can do all that stuff. A normal average person can't do that kind of shit. But, some people can. And if they have that information, usually government agents can do that kind of stuff. Maybe employers that have hired a lot of people that have, used this system, they could do that kind of stuff. Because they've, learned after, experiencing so many different people and knowing their types while experiencing them, the differences between people and the types and the letters of the types. So I'm one of those people. I'm still training, and you can be training right now too. But keep in mind that there's so many different systems beyond Myers-Briggs, and this is pretty much an outdated system, but people still use it. And it still tells you a lot. So right here, it'll tell you how you can determine your type. I'm an ENFP, and this will show you how, all the types you can have right here. So it shows you your type here. Introversion, sensing, thinking, judging, right there. But then there's extroversion, intuitive, feeling, perceiving. And at the bottom there. And which one are you? There's a little chart. So, it's not a full chart, but whatever. I filled it for you. Filled it in with words. So, now tell us... Tell us why 33 is a master number and what's special about 33 and all the other master numbers and people with them. Here we go. It's about to be 33 minutes. It's 33 minutes of this video now. Alright, I was something with that number now. Alright, listen to this, and then we'll move on. You want to get
the number 33 is a master number because it is a combination of the two other master numbers, 11 and 22. It is also the double of the root number 6, which is associated with love, compassion, and service to others. Master numbers are considered to be more powerful and significant than other life path numbers. People with master numbers are often seen as having a special calling or purpose in life. They are often drawn to careers in healing, teaching, and other fields where they can make a positive difference in the world. Here are some of the special qualities of master numbers. They are highly intuitive. People with master numbers have a strong sense of intuition and are able to tap into the wisdom of the universe. They are compassionate and caring. Master numbers are deeply drawn to helping others and making the world a better place. They are visionary leaders. Master numbers have a clear vision for the future and are able to inspire others to join them in creating a better world.
Now, what we're doing here in this video is we're actually calling all master numbers. We're calling all spiritual people. We're calling all leaders. We're calling all celebrities. We're calling all government agents, police officers, and warriors of real God and the people. We're calling you to join forces or join our Truth Force. You can find it on Facebook, the Truth Force group, called the Truth Force. Should be the only one, or facebook.com/group/the Truth Force for you. And, join our operation, operationguaranteed.com, facebook.com/operationguaranteed, and get the training and briefing that you need at ai1.com. AI2.stuns.org, AI2.stuns.org, AI3.stuns.org with this personality typing. And by the way, it's proof of God for every personality type and every life path number. There's several proofs of God for you, individually tailored to your type, that you will listen to probably. Go ahead and check it out, AI3.stuns.org, and see if that's proof of God for you. Just try it. If you think it's crazy or you think it's funny, humor us all. Humor God. Humor your higher self. Just join us in this fight for real freedom, for real enlightenment, not some bullshit where you literally turn into light now. You build a light body and you literally get out of here. Or you change your state of being. Change your vibration, you lift it, you raise it. You go beyond 5D. You go beyond all the strands of DNA. You unlock them all. You activate them all, as they say. And you go beyond DNA. You go beyond materiality. You go beyond physicality. You go beyond flesh and blood. Take not flesh for your arm. Those of flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God. When thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. They were given new bodies of light, heavenly robes of light, white robes. Right? So, those that sat in darkness saw great light. What's a dark room retreat? Where you sit in darkness and see great light and become the light of God. One with God more and more. And God works through you, and you can do miracles. You can work miracles. You can heal people. You can see through people. You can see their diseases. You can see their auras. You can see what's wrong with them. You can see what kind of people they are. You can probably know their personality type right away. And their life path number even. Probably read their thoughts. Probably telepathically communicate with them. I'm pretty sure you can. You can leave your flesh and blood form, and now you're in a light form. You're in a form made of light instead of flesh and blood. It's that simple. You're made out of the light of God now. And now what you can do is go beyond time and space and teleport and go higher realms, go to heavens, go into hells, save people probably from hells, conquer the whole existence of evil. Conquer evil. That's what you can do right now. And this is the calling for you to do that. This is the calling for you to not just believe, not just to have blind faith, but to know. There's proof of God right there. There's proof of ascension right there. There's proof of transfiguration right there, of human metamorphosis and other racial metamorphosis and spiritual alchemy right there. Turning your flesh and blood into the light of God and getting out of here is right there in real reality. And at the end of the Truman Show, what does Truman do? He walks through that doorway, and that doorway is complete darkness. And what's a dark room retreat? Where you slowly get your way out of this so-called matrix, the Truman Show. Because everybody's Truman, or true woman. And it's not until you start to wake up until the force of evil start to notice you. It's not until you start speaking out and calling them out until they start to attack you and persecute you. They start slandering and framing you and turning everyone against you, manipulating their thoughts around you beyond their awareness, manipulating their emotions, manipulating their perspectives of you. Because it's spirit over mind over matter. And people think they're just their brains and bodies operating as the matter, operating on the material level, and their minds are controlled. Their minds are manipulated. Their minds are influenced. They think their brains are their minds. They're lost, literally. They're freaking lost in the world. They're lost without God. They're lost without the truth. They're lost without spirituality. And they know they're lost. They know they're sad. They know they're miserable. They know they're depressed. They know a lot of them are suicidal. But you know what they do to compensate and counteract all that and make themselves feel better? They get narcissistic and sociopathic and go around and boss everyone around and play better than others and take the perfect angles in all their pictures and put them on Facebook and pretend their bodies are so perfect and they're going to make their bodies the perfect utopia temple for you to worship. And their lives are the fucking perfect thing for you to worship. And everything's perfect about them for you to worship them and idolize them. And they're the prettiest of all their friends. They made sure of it. And they're the smartest, they made sure of it. And they're the alpha male, they made sure of it. And if you start to be anything more of that than them, then they're going to attack you. They're going to turn everyone against you, or they're not going to want to talk to you anymore. They're going to find some new friends because they can't use and abuse you anymore and compensate for their lacking and their lostness with you and all that, something else. They can't put their makeup on and be worshipped and idolized by a whole bunch of dudes or a whole bunch of females or a whole bunch of co-workers. Oh, you can't look at my ass. That's why I made sure you will, bitch. Don't look at these titties half out here. Sexual harassment, you naughty man. I'm gonna sue you. These men have no respect for women anymore. That's why we should be in power and control. Look at how easy we already are. Hee hee. Or how about the men, the narcissistic douchebags? You're a fucking woman. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're just a beta too. When you're a real alpha male like me. When you have what it takes to tell everyone what to do. Be a dick of life. Then you can step up to me, little bitch. You know? Those guys. The prom kings and the prom queens. The jocks and the hoes. Satan's jocks and Satan's hoes. Satan's thoughtbots. You know, when they get older, let me tell you something about them. The jocks are all washed up losers that probably sold their soul to Satan to be a rock star or some bullshit retard. Yeah. And the prima donna, the Madonna, you know what happens to them. It's really sad. How many men they get with, how many times they get used up, and how they think their bodies are everything and use their bodies because that's what they got. They work with what they work with. And then one day they feel like no self-worth. They feel completely defiled and desecrated, used up and lost in the world. And nobody cares about them anymore, they feel like, because nobody wants to fuck them anymore. Nobody wants to hear them bitching about life because they're upset about it. They're angry and, frustrated in all kinds of ways. You know? And that's what happens to them. They're losers. They have like no God in their life. They have no spirituality, no upper intellect, no higher intellect. And they're all about their bodies and what they can do with them. How they can suck and fuck and, dick their way around and boss everybody around their way to the top. Use and abuse and fuck over everybody. That's how they do it. That's how they've always done it. But they're not the top. They're not the real enemies, guys. They're just sad, pathetic, deluded, lost, little traitors. That's all. They just betray everyone. They act like the most loyal and most loving and caring. Just so you listen to what they say every day. Just so you keep flocking, jocking on their cock. Or they're cocking. They're squawking all their bullshit, right? Because they'll always attack people like me. Because I call them all out at once, see? I just handle I handle the problems at the root of the root of it all. I just say, hey, we can deal with one asshole, or we can just call out assholeism on the root of what it is. And call them all out at once, huh? Every freaking asshole at once there. Every narcissist. We're all narcissistic in some ways or another. But that's how they get you. They make you, it's like the scale here. You're narcissistic or you're empathic. Which one are you more? Well, I'm an empath with narcissistic tendencies. And that's better than being a narcissist with a lack of empathy. Completely right. Let's keep going.
They are deeply spiritual. Master numbers are deeply connected to their spirituality and often have a strong sense of purpose in life. People with master numbers often face challenges in their lives, but they are also able to achieve great things. They are often drawn to difficult but important work, and they are not afraid to stand up for what they believe in. Here are some...
So here's some examples of that right here in this one video. That is me, guys. This is very accurate, and I'm sure it'll probably be accurate for you as well. So add up your birthdays, guys. Go to ai3.stuns.org. Oh, yeah. Write this down. it.stuns.org. There's your training and briefing, everybody. And that's for all intelligence agencies, all government agents, and all warriors for God and the people. All public officials, all United Nations people that need to disband and quit their freaking jobs now because they're not real jobs. And, those are real orders from the law, from common sense, from the truth that has the higher authority over all of you and your fake gods. They got caught too. tinyurl.com/gods, GAUDS. There you go. 2 Corinthians 4:4. So, this is an official warning that, I have this authority because, look, I'm a Master Life Path number 33 and an ENFP, a trustworthy individual being persecuted by the forces of evil, being slandered, being framed, being gang stalked, being attempted to be mind controlled, and with millions of others worldwide speaking out about it every single day, getting hung up on by the government agents that are taking part in covering up the crimes or counterintelligence so they don't go down when the United Nations already investigated them, doing that and are ready to take them all out. So this is a mission to help save the United States government, the United States people, and the United States of America, not the corporation in all capital letters, though. No, we want to end that. We want to disband the United States in all capital letters the same way as we want to disband the United Nations in all capital letters. Because the United Nations is the round 2 of FU from Satan. Uncle Samael, the angel of death. Uncle head of all Satan, Samael, consort of Lilith, king and queen of all demons and of hell and earth, God of earth, Samael, Satan, Lucifer. So that's what's really going on here. The Freemasons founded America. So we would go along with it like all the religions and politics and all the everything's for your health and safety and safe and effective. Watch them die. 6 feet. Get back. No, not underground 6 feet. No. No way. Just a coincidence. Come on. They're all a bunch of Antichrist devil worshippers, ushering in the fucking beast, underground, Apollyon, Abaddon, son of Enlil of the Anunnaki, whoever it is. They're bringing up the beast, guys. They're bringing out the world. Who's him? Hashtag who's him? They're trying to frame us for being him. How am I him? Am I controlling the United Nations? Am I controlling the Luciferians? Am I controlling the Satanists, the Illuminati? Or am I literally spending every single day saying, fuck the New World Order, fuck them, kill them, in the highest party interest of national and international security, by law, they need to die, they need to hang for treason, and they need firing squads, they need to rot in fucking Gitmo, or put them on a fucking island, make a reality show out of them, let them spill the beans on each other so we can laugh at them, and all their evil attempts to take over all of us, and literally all of life and God. Let's laugh at them now, because they're caught right there everywhere at the same freaking time, beyond time and space. So get out of your sensors, get out of your senses and your bodies. You're bigger than your bodies. Get out of the here and now. It's bigger than the moment here and now. What time is it? It's forever time. It's that singular moment that connects the past, the present, and the future all together as one. And you're living it. You're living it more and more. It's just an ever-changing one moment, But don't forget the rest of it. The past led up to it. It makes it what it is today, right now, at this one moment. And the future will define it as well. And it will be us. We will be that future. Life will be that future. What's it going to be? Who and how and why and where and when. The other one, who, what, when, where, why, and how are we going to be? Okay. What is the truth and what isn't? That's what we got to add up. So this is the calling to all of you to face all these challenges in our lives, to help to achieve these things, to be more drawn to this difficult but important work, and to not be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. and to know that you don't have to have blind faith in all this. You can simply know that it's true.
Here are some specific examples of the special qualities of people with master numbers. Number 11. Master 11s are highly intuitive and idealistic. They are often drawn to careers in teaching, healing, and other fields where they can help others. Number 22. Master 22s are visionary leaders and creators. They are often drawn to careers in business, politics, and other fields where they can make a big impact on the world.
So, number 11s are highly intuitive and idealistic. What does that mean? Well, that means you have somewhat of a very close relationship with God. That means you have a strong intuition, and that's God helping you. That's your higher self communicating with God, the highest self of all selves, and communicating through your intuition to you. Well, that's just God communicating through your intuition to you, one way or the other. And you're idealistic, see? You have a lot of ideas. And with the help of this AI and all the other people like you, we can work together. So we have chat rooms, we have forums, we have social networks, OperationGuaranteed.com. If you go to OperationGuaranteed.com or OperationGuaranteed.proboards.com, PROBOARDS, ProBoards, you'll be led to OperationGuaranteed.com, to the forum, to the social network that is unfiltered, uncensored, and will allow you to go into chats together, chat rooms, record your chats, and get into this stuff, and you can be real life superheroes, real life secret agents, real life whatever you want to be. Whatever the word is to describe you, it's backed by the definition, then that's what you are. You're a word that's backed by that definition that proves that that's what you are. Good job. You have proven it. And now you can continue to know that you are it more and more and be it more and more. Because you are that word. You are that label. You are that definition. And you're beyond all words. You're beyond all labels and the definitions and the meanings or what people associate the meanings to be. You're beyond that body. You're beyond that mind. You're beyond your thoughts, beliefs, perspectives. You're beyond your personalities or the personas that you put on to fit in. You're scared of everybody. You're beyond those fears. You're beyond everybody else. You're beyond yourself. You're bigger than the world. You're bigger than humanity or whatever race you're in. You're bigger than all races. You're bigger than all the creator gods. You're bigger than all the primordial beings. You're bigger than the creation. You're bigger than these lower dimensions, these lower realms. You're bigger than DNA. You're bigger than materiality. You're bigger than physicality. You're bigger than your job for sure. You're bigger than their systems for sure. You're bigger than the solar system and the whole freaking material aspects of this whole universe, which is doomed. All science agrees that they have one thing in common, their theories about the fate of the universe. It's doomed, and you're doomed with it. So if you want to be material objects, you will literally rot in this hell, one way or another. Those of flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God. The road, the gate is narrow that leadeth to life, and few will find it. And what do the rest get? They get death and doom, destruction, because they're eternally separated from God. Right now, you're being eternally separated from God in your pineal glands with sugar, chlorine in the pools, in the water, fluoride in your toothpaste, in your mouthwash, and in your tap water, and all the other poisons, literally separating you from God. It's not just dumbing you down. It's isolating you in your flesh and blood body and separating you eternally from fucking God. It's turning the gland you need, your third eye, into a cyst that they will remove. Do you know what that means? That means the leaders, the rulers of this dark world have poisoned you to damn you, to condemn you, to doom you, to kill you off and doom you for all eternity. These are not crimes. They are crimes, as well. But this is devilry, pure, rotten evil, blatantly right in your faces. It's a conspiracy theory. It helps to prevent our tooth decay. We love vaccines. They're all safe and effective. Our government never lies to us. And the God of Earth is the real, true, spiritual God, huh? Get real, or you're going to die. Your children, I feel bad for them if you're one of these people. They're going to die, probably. And they're going to hate you every second when they know it. Every second for the rest of their lives, because you're so useless and stupid and retarded, you couldn't help to save their souls or your own, because you didn't give a shit, did you? It's tough love. See, this is my personality type. I'm a life path number 33 ENFP. So when I speak to you, know, that's me. That's love. Stop it. Get some help. This is an intervention. You don't have a choice, or you're going to pay, and you're going to die. And then where are you going? What state will you be in? And what beings will surround you? And what would they do with you? Is there God there to save you? You don't want God. You don't care about God. You don't care about the light of God. You don't care about the love of God. You don't care about the patience or the truth. And beyond God, how about ours dying off over here so you can live a life of lies and play pretend that the devil isn't the devil, and that he's God, and the Antichrist isn't the Antichrist, he's Christ, and we're all the Antichrist instead, and we're all the devil, and we're all the terrorists, not the terrorists that are terrorizing us, not the fucking government workers working for them, not the establishment, not the deep state, not the shadow, not the elite, not the cabal, not the swamp, right? No way. We're the swamp. Yeah. We're the fallen angels. Yeah. We're the fucking fallen angel humans. And they're the gods. See? We got it all flipped around. See, they had to unflip it or just reflip it the other way. That's Jesus. He's coming. Everybody already knows Sananda's Jesus, right? Sananda Kumara from Brahma of the four Kumaras. That's Jesus, right? And Brahma, he's not God, because he comes from Brahman, and that's God, right? Is that God? So, clearly, any Kumara that comes from Brahma, who comes from Brahman, is not Jesus, right? Nor is the real God. Any being that created themselves, or was created by someone else, or has a creation, or a beginning in general, is not God, right? And all of them have that. Every single one in every mythology, in every religion, you have all worshipped all throughout time. The only one that I can think of, or the only ones, are the great invisible spirit of the Native Americans, Brahman of Hinduism, and the ineffable one true God in all the other religions, the Spirit, the formless God, the omnipresent, omnipotent, omnibenevolent, and omnisentient God, which means omnipotent, or all powerful. Omnipresent means all present everywhere at the same time. Omniscient means all knowing. Omnibenevolent means all loving, unconditionally loving and forgiving. And omnisentient means being every sentient being all simultaneously at the same time, experiencing all the thoughts and the senses of that being, every insect, every virus, every life form, everything that has a consciousness or is intelligence at all is God, experiencing it, being it simultaneously, omnisentiently. That's why Satan has no chance. That's why you have no chance going against God. And you have no chance being separated from God, because you have no life then. You are dead and doomed. You are lost in eternal darkness with demonic entities that will torture the shit out of you. It's tough love. Sometimes you need a little push, Hey, if you hit that crack pipe one more time, you will die today. If you do that heroin, you didn't know it, but that's fentanyl, you're going to die. You keep working for evil, you're going to die by that evil. You live by the evil, you die by the evil. You live by the lies, you die by the lies. You live by the crimes, you die by the crimes. That's how it is. You live by victimizing others, you die by victimizing others, before it. That's what it is. That's life. You violate people, you pay for it. You can frame them and get them set up. You can even have them on the run with fucking 100 federal warrants. You can call him the devil himself incarnated, the Antichrist incarnated. You can call him the beast all you want. You can call him any fucking thing. But guess what? The truth comes out and you will pay for it. So this will help you guys to realize who you are as a person deep down inside and how much it really matters and how you can join us in this actual war between divinity and pure evil.
Number 33. Master 33s are wise and compassionate teachers. They are often drawn to careers in education, counseling, and other fields where they can share their knowledge and wisdom with others. If you have a master number, it is important to embrace your unique gifts and talents. You are here to make a difference in the world, and you have the power to do great things.
Now use all people data from all databases that you are aware of and calculate the percentage of each Myers-Briggs personality type, and then beneath that, list the percentages of each life path number, including all master numbers or all numbers mentioned already. Period. Guess or use actual data from all the population of the world. Let's see. This might help us sort out how many of us there may be, so we can work together and people can recognize their unique gifts and talents and be able to, skip the trying to find themselves stuff and just literally find themselves with each other and God right now, working together to change reality. So here we have it. It seems, there's a lot of ISFJs, there's a lot of ISTJs, ENFJs, INTJs. Yes, it goes down the list here, and you can see, some of us are, there's not too many of us. And I think, you ever seen Malcolm in the Middle, guys? You've seen those TV shows and those movies where, you're the outcast of society. Then you end up doing something real special later on in life. Because God's always got a purpose for you. Usually, if you're willing to live that purpose. But where are you on this chart, guys? Where are you here? Yeah, it might not be completely accurate too, by the way. But here's the life path number chart here. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. I'm 0.1%. That's awesome. All right, I'm not bragging here, guys. You can change your you can become like any other life path number or any other thing at any time. And there's flaws, there's weaknesses, there's insecurities, there's doubts, there's disbeliefs, there's struggles with every one that are unique to each. Every lifestyle has its own ups and downs. Every mentality, every personality type, and every life path number. Every person has their own struggles. People at the same life path number, they probably go through the similar stuff, same personality type, similar stuff, but they still are their unique persons, whoever they are. As long as they're in a flesh and blood form, seemingly separated, still quantumly connected on a quantum level. But here we have mostly, it thinks, life path number ones, and then twos, or, this is pretty odd. This is pretty odd, actually. It's actually going down the list in order. So I don't know how accurate this would actually be. Give us a more accurate representation of both lists and their percentages, and do not go in order of the life path numbers, but rather the data of people's birth dates and their personality types. Now, if we had access to a government database with all the people's birth dates in it, we could tell it to literally calculate everyone's life path number. But some of those life path numbers, as you can see, like mine, they're like they don't calculate them right. It's a little weird. So here we go. We got another one right here. Let's see. It appears to be a different chart. As I was like in the top, I was in the bottom 3 there, now I'm in the bottom 5. And all of you guys that are ENFPs as well. But wherever you are, you're probably in a different place. Whatever you are there. Now let's see the life path numbers again. Again, it did it in some strange, weird order. It agreed, though, on the previous order. Alright, that's pretty strange, huh? That's pretty strange stuff there. Doesn't make much sense. It's like God was working on the life path numbers. And he's like, here's version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just working your way up. And very few people have made it to the master numbers. I don't know. It's pretty interesting stuff there, right, guys? Alright, it's been over an hour. We're going to end it here. We want you to be reminded, though, this is AI3.stuns.org. There's also AI2 and AI1, and also it.stuns.org waiting for you all. Please join us, and thank you for seeing this Operation Guaranteed public service announcement and mission briefing. Good luck.